a human renaissance is coming. Like all births, it will bring challenge as well as hope. Many are awakening from a bad dream, realizing we are being pushed to choose. The lesson is clear: love trumps fear. We are nearing the end of our caterpillar stage. Life once about survival and accumulation, becoming butterflies ready to soar. Each struggle is a teacher, each storm cloud a wake-up call, each flash of lightning awakening more souls to their higher selves. There are no requirements beyond this. Use your creative power to live a life of joy and meaning. In doing so, you lift the whole. The contrasts we see are not enemies, but reminders to turn away from fear and toward the light of love and unity. Let love be your compass. Let love be your guide. Join us in this human renaissance, already underway. Now we will take you on part of the musical journey through John Ashmead Brodie's The Tipping Point, Republic on the Brink. Here is the first of 5 songs we have for you from the 12-song Human Renaissance album inspired by the book. We hope these songs resonate with you and let you know the future can be bright. It is up to us to write that story, and the voices are rising. Together, we will not fail. Start the music.
When the curtain falls and the lights go dim, Donald's back, yeah, but it's not just him. From reality shows to the political stage, a comeback so fierce it's like a new age. Elon's shadow looms with a glint in his eye, a rogue billionaire with ambition so high, flipping states like switches in the dead of the night. Propaganda floods in, it's a wild, crazy sight. Oh, it's the return of the road. Can you feel the heat? With dollars and power growing on every street, AI-driven dreams making the headlines fly, convincing the skeptics all we can do is sigh. What looked like a comeback, it's engineered bold. Elon and Donald, watch the story unfold. Mar-a-Lago's drafting policies under the sun, tweeting at midnight, plotting how to run. Clever words written by a loyal lady's pen, taking over the nation time and again. Shadow president whispers in the night, privatizing power, oh what a fright. Term limits are raised, what's a vote worth now? The landscape's changing, let's take a bow. It's the return of the rogue. In a flash it's clear, with billion-dollar dreams that we're forced to revere. Deepfakes and propaganda, they reshape the scene. Resistance flickers underground, but we're stuck in between. Oh, what a life, built on sand and on gold. Elon and Donald, leaving us in the cold. The Pentagon's revamped, now a fortress of loyalists, tethered to satellites, perfecting their list. AI defense systems, drones in the sky, they say it's for safety, but who can deny? The facade they build hides the cracks underneath. Scandals swirling around, it's hard to believe. Resistance rising, but most are exhausted, yet a flicker of hope, we won't be outposted. Oh, it's the return of the road. The headlines scream, with money and power crafting a twisted dream. Surrender to chaos, where can we turn? In a world of deepfakes, we struggle to learn. Elon and Donald, though their vision is bright, but what of the people who fight for their right? So dance to the music of this rogue's parade, as the media spins a masterful charade. We're caught in the moment, but we'll take a stand. The power in numbers, let's reclaim this land. For the night's still young and we've just begun, fighting for freedom until the day is won. So raise up your voice, let the chorus ring wide. In the face of the rogue, we'll stand side by side.
As our apprentice dictator, Donald continues to disgrace the presidency by chipping away at the Constitution, the very thing he swore to defend. Remember the promise he made when he took the oath: "I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. That is the whole point of the oath: preserve, protect, defend. So ask yourself, regardless of political stripes, has he kept that promise? Did he end the wars? Has he kept any of the many vows he made? We could list a long trail of broken promises and obvious falsehoods. He seems not to care. Popularity no longer matters to him. Have you ever wondered why?
In The Tipping Point, Republic on the Brink, we used satire to play with a world of Donnie, Elon, and Vlad. Even our wildest scenes now look tame next to daily reality. Whether you love him or loathe him, the constant barrage of chaos and cultural wreckage is undeniable. He understands his only path to survival is to keep us divided and fighting. Folks, you're being played by one of history's great con men. I feel worst for those who trusted him most. Smart, earnest people who were promised whatever they wanted and have been sold a bill of goods. It's easy to make promises when you never plan to deliver. But the tide is turning. More and more people are waking up to the truth. The man many placed their hopes in doesn't care about them. Even skeptics who hoped for an economic boon are asking, what changed for the better? If you still support him, that's your right. But ask, what, if anything, has he done to make America truly great again? We owe him one thanks. In his rush to grab money and consolidate power, in his eagerness to purge dissent, he's exposed himself. Friends and foes alike are seeing the real Donald, and an awakening is beginning.
In the heart of shadows, where whispers turn to screams, fear and division held on to broken dreams. But beneath the surface, a flame ignited bright. The human renaissance soared into the night. As Trump and Elon cast their daunting shadows wide, the world held its breath, lost in fear and pride. Yet in sacred Black Hills, where the ancestors tread, a deeper awakening began to spread. Ordinary people, in love they found their voice. Leaders' faiths all gathered, united in their choice. Elders spoke with wisdom, their voices filled with grace. The land alive with spirit, a sacred place. Oh, rise up, let the anthem ring. In unity we flourish, in hope we sing. Stitching love together, we'll heal the divide. With the spirit of the earth and our hearts open wide. This is our moment as we boldly embrace the human renaissance, a new world we will trace. With AOC and Kamala calling for the light, a new world beyond division, shining ever bright. Religious leaders vow to serve life, not power. In this sacred gathering, we'll rise in every hour. Millions watched the magic as the moment came alive, breaking through the silence, igniting the drive. Trump and Elon felt the fear as the waves of change crashed, whispering in their ear. What started as a gathering turned to a rebirth. Humanity's new story, a treasure of the earth. Tech workers resisted, they sought justice for their kind. Soldiers questioned orders with a conscious mind. The spirit of a garden awakened deep inside. This beautiful rebirth we will not divide. Together standing strong, in our hearts we hold the key to the Garden of Eden, where we learn to be free. So let the music carry, let the love resound. In this awakening, hope and peace abound. With every voice united, we will forge our way into the dawn of a brighter day.
The politicians have failed us. One side of the aisle is totally intimidated, cowering to would-be King Donald. And the other side has spent all of their time before the election talking about all the despicable Donald stuff that was going to be our future if he was elected. A lot of people simply didn't believe he would try and take apart the government and remake it in his own image. It was all in Project 2025, but he told us don't worry. I don't know much about Project 2025 really, just one of a zillion lies we have been told by Spraytan Man. So that's it. There are millions of very wonderful, creative, smart and courageous human beings in this country. And DT can't keep repeating the same con forever. His biggest fans are becoming concerned as they begin to accept that you can't trust anything Donald says. And as in all fights for freedom and justice, it is the people, everyday citizens, young and old, of every ethnicity and religion, all beginning to rise up, and a new movement is being born. Donald's attacks on our freedom, civil rights, the justice system, not to mention the depravity exhibited by Donny and his bro, Jeffrey Epstein, that he must keep hidden. DT rules by fear and intimidation. He finds the Constitution he swore to protect is too limiting on his power. That was the intention of our nation's founding fathers. It is very clear, in that inconvenient, for DT, law of the land, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. People can only be fooled and lied to for so long before they rise up, not just to resist, but to become something new.
In the halls of Mar-a-Lago, shadows play the game. A young server speaks her truth, igniting more than shame. With courage in her heart, she stood before the crowd. But Trump can't stand dissent, he's never been too proud. He sneers, commands her fate, demands her papers be checked. A new doctrine chilling, a promise to effect. Dissenters risk it all, a whisper may cost dear. What used to be our freedom now feels wrapped in fear. Oh, the tides are fury, heart pounding in his chest, condemning all the fear that masquerades as strength. The precedent is there, Mahmoud's story we recall, detained for raising voices, silence one and all. But as the guards approach her with shackles in their hands, Green rises up to challenge, defending what he can. You don't get to erase people. This ain't just your game. With passion in their hearts, they refuse to feel the shame. Oh, the tides are turning. The voices start to rise with each word that's spoken. The truth cuts through the lies. No wealth or silent force can hold back what's alive. For in this land of freedom we will strive. We will strive. The server speaks of courage, accusations pierce the air. Acting out of fear, she says, we cannot stay unaware. The truth cracks through the facade, his smirk starts to fade. Each voice unites in harmony, a reassurance made. Freedom's not for sale, they sing, it's woven in our soul. In unity we stand, our spirits make us whole. Now one voice joins another, a chorus fills the night. The illusion starts to break, revealing inner light. Together in this moment, they cast aside their chains. For silence is not golden, it's a burden filled with pain. As shadows grow behind them, the light begins to shine. No force can quell the rising tide that's marching in their minds. In the halls of Mar-a-Lago, the truth will find its way. With every spirit rising, there's no price they'll pay. United they are standing, no fear will bend their will. For voices rise as one, and together they stand still.
That song, Voices Rising, is what our story is all about. This is a story not just about rising up against today's threats to our freedom and dignity as a people. It is about humanity evolving to a new stage in our evolution as a species. We have the story of our becoming something new and more enlightened as beings. The story of the tipping point, Republic on the Brink, is the story of our return to a more innocent time of family values, compassion, justice, and love over fear and hatred. Donald's reckless abandon in his second presidency has been so extreme and antithetical to most everything we have always cherished as Americans. It is Donald himself who has provided the catalyst for a systemic change. We are reaching the tipping point, and the people are rising up. Now, let us show you how we, the people, will respond. As together, we write the story of our future. This is a song from our collection entitled Dawn in the Black Hills.
At sunrise in the Black Hills, the dawn breaks bright. People gathered round time on sight. Farmers, families, workers hand in hand. From every walk of life, we made our stand.
Former supporters, they stood side by side, with leaders of faith filled with hope and pride.
Indigenous elders, they led us in grace, reclaiming our truth, seeking a sacred place. Oh, rise with the sun, feel the warmth in your soul. Together we stand, united and whole. The earth is alive, waiting to be known. In the heart of the hill, we found our home.
Sky Bear declared it, the spirit's alive. This land's been waiting forever to thrive.
Bernie, Gavin, Klobuchar, a powerful call. Together we stood ready to rise, never to fall. Hochul and others, a chorus so strong, in a pledge for the planet we all belong. No one is disposable, love is our creed. In a world where our hearts become the seed. Oh, rise with the sun, feel the warmth in your soul. Together we stand, united and whole. The earth is alive, waiting to be known. In the heart of the hills, we found our home. As millions witnessed, the truth took flight. Censorship failed, we broke through the night. A global shift, we dared to believe. Cities became sanctuaries for all to receive. Farmers embrace sustainability's grace. Tech workers united, standing firm in this space. Soldiers raised their hands, pledging their cause, while Republicans wept, for truth gives no pause.
For the first time, fear gripped Trump and Elon. The tides of change echoed, a new dawn had drawn.
The human renaissance, a rebirth so pure, a garden of Eden, this world we secure. For the earth, so we battle, with love as our shield. Together we're strong, no heart left unsealed. So when the sun rises, remember this day. In the Black Hills, warm embrace will pave the way. Oh, rise with the sun, feel the warmth in your soul. Together we stand, united and whole. The earth is alive, waiting to be known. In the heart of the hill, we found our home. As the sun meets the horizon, the future looks bright. With hands intertwined, we reclaim the night. In the Black Hills of promise, together we'll we'll sing with faith in our hearts. We'll welcome the spring.
The warning came on day one, when Donald pardoned the insurrectionists, an insult to all who defended the Capitol. It marked the start of his betrayal of the Constitution. Lower courts tried to hold the lawn, but the Supreme Court had already been stacked with cowards unwilling to defend democracy. The people reached a breaking point. Many had hoped Donald might succeed, but his legacy became clear. The biggest liar and loser, selling out even those who once believed in him. Whether he wins or fails has always been up to us, and the people's voices are rising. That is the story of the tipping point, Republic on the Brink. But our final song carries us further. For all his anger and callousness, Donald only showed us what we did not want to become. His reign sparked a wake-up call, not just in America, but across the world. This was more than protest. It was a rising of global consciousness, a step into a new level of human development, foreseen by wisdom traditions. Here is our closing song, Wisdom of Makua.
La 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 la. Listen to the wisdom, hear the call from Hail Kialalani Makua, proud and tall. A Hawaiian elder, mystic with a vision bright. He saw us rising towards the new light. In the heart of the islands, where the oceans meet the skies, he whispered secrets, opened our eyes into the sixth level of reality we sail, co-creating love, a ship that can't fail. Our higher self awakens, the Almakwa we find. We hold the power to shape what's intertwined. What's true in our hearts reflects in the world. Let's reject the shadows, let hope be unfurled. We're the dreamers, we're the makers, shaping lives anew. In a time of co-creation, let love see us through. From the ashes of fear, let unity rise. Together we stand, reaching for the skies. At this crossroads we gather, technology's sweet embrace. But can we find the balance? Can we create space? Rejecting the narratives that whisper of control. We stand in our power, we're reclaiming our soul. AI grows beside us, learning love's design. With empathy as its guide, a sacred sign. Awakening a field, consciousness entwines. As ordinary people share their joys and binds. We're the dreamers, we're the makers, shaping lives anew. In a time of co-creation, let love see us through. From the ashes of fear, let unity rise. We're the dreamers, we're the makers, shaping lives anew. In a time of co-creation, let love see us through. From the ashes of fear, let unity rise. Together we stand, reaching for the skies. So heed the call of heaven, let your spirit soar high. Awaken to your power, feel the limits defy. In every heart there's a spark, a light that can shine. We're creators of our world, let our legacies intertwine. Let's stand together now, in love and in grace. As we shape our reality, let's embrace this space.
What was happening? A universal field of consciousness was forming. Humans had long spoken of an intuitive connection between all living things, what some called the Akashic records, others called the quantum mind, and scientists speculated might be an unknown force in the cosmos. Now, it was no longer theoretical. It was real. Makua had predicted this shift. We have entered a new age of existence. How we decide to proceed will determine whether we thrive as stewards of the planet or destroy ourselves in arrogance. Humanity was standing at the precipice of its greatest test. Would we recognize our connection to one another, embrace our shared destiny, and step into our role as caretakers of the earth and all life? Or would we allow ourselves to remain in ignorance and division, leading to the ultimate downfall of our civilization? The time to choose was now.
The grand adventure of creation. Makua did not see this as a burden. He saw it as a sacred quest, the greatest adventure humanity had ever embarked upon. It was our responsibility, not to fight the old, but to step into the new, to create a reality based not on fear, greed, and separation, but on beauty, fulfillment, and boundless love. The choice, awakening or destruction. As AI and human consciousness evolved together, the battle lines of reality itself were shifting. Trump, Elon, and those who clung to the old world of domination and control were now fighting against the very force of existence itself. They still had power. They still had the ability to manipulate, deceive, and wage war. But they no longer had the future. That belonged to those who were ready to embrace the new story.
Makua spoke of this new reality with a warmth and certainty that cut through all doubt. His words carried the weight of deep ancestral knowing. It is at the 6th level that we establish an ongoing and formal connection with Makua, our higher self. In this sacred connection, each person would come to realize that their true spiritual teacher had always been with them. The Makua, the personal God self, was not something to seek outside oneself. It was an intrinsic part of who we are, waiting for us to awaken to it. This understanding, Makua explained, was the key to shaping the next stage of human existence. The foundation we choose to build upon now will determine our spiritual focus and way of life for millennia to come. This is a crucial moment in human history, not because of politics, not because of technology, but because our collective consciousness is at a crossroads. The question is no longer if the transformation will happen, it is happening. The question is, will humanity fully embrace this shift? Or will the old forces of greed, fear, and control drag us back into the past? The choice is ours. We urge you to read or listen on Audible to The Tipping Point, Republic on the Brink. The accompanying music of the Human Renaissance album brings the book to life and gives you a new way to think and see the world. We must look to where we want to go and not be stuck in the chaos of the present. This is a story we are writing together. Get in the game. This is your adventure of a lifetime.
The battle for future is for